Hello, and thanks for joining me today. When I was a younger atheist, about mumble years ago, I was briefly a member of a Christian message board, where I would engage apologists about the various arguments for and against the existence of God. One apologist, an administrator of the board, presented me with a set of arguments that sounded sophisticated, but which I quickly realized were repackaged versions of old canards. I told him what the problems were with his arguments. His response was that, if I wanted to not be banned from the board, I had better reconsider my position, and to repeat the arguments almost verbatim. I replied by acknowledging that he had the power to ban me, but the problems with his arguments would still be problems with his arguments, and I repeated those problems. He promptly banned me. I shrugged, chalked it up to a power-hungry guy on the internet having a bad day, and went on with my life. Had I known that this guy, whose name was Frank Turek, was an apologist of reasonably high profile who would in time become an apologist of very high profile, I would have preserved this exchange for posterity. As it is, it's become lost to the sands of internet history, and I can't prove that it happened. If you don't want to take my word for it, that's okay. I only bring the story up to explain my own personal attitude toward him. I view him as a fraud, as an insecure lightweight masquerading as a heavyweight. I don't take him seriously at all. But because he is very high profile, I do nonetheless run into him on occasion. Most recently, I came across a video of him, reposted by user ChrisEmmaChigo, I hope I said that right, posing a gotcha question to atheists.
The question is this: if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? Just ask the question.
I'll pause here for a moment just to let you think of what your answer would be, and then we'll see why Turek considers it a gotcha. Ready? Here goes.
Because if the person doesn't immediately say yes, if they hesitate or they say no, the problem isn't here, the problem's here. They don't want it to be true.
You see what he did there, right? You see how he made it a gotcha? If Christianity is true, and you come to believe that Christianity is true, then that makes you a Christian theist, one who believes that the Christian God exists and that whatever facts that would entail are true. But there's a difference between being a Christian theist, which involves believing that certain facts are true, and being a Christian, which involves a personal commitment to holding a certain set of values and conforming to a certain set of behaviors. In short, it involves an entire lifestyle change. But Turek is making you decide on the spot, without even taking a second to think about it, whether you would make that commitment if Christian theism were true. Some atheists do quickly interpret Christianity and Turek's question to mean Christian theism, and are able to immediately answer yes. A few others interpret it to mean Christianity the lifestyle, and having already given the matter some thought, are able to answer no. But probably most atheists would need clarification on what Turek means, becoming merely a Christian theist or becoming a Christian. And Turek can point to that hesitation and say, aha, the atheist is being unreasonable. This is a dishonest tactic, and while it probably plays well to the already converted, it does nothing to impress those you are supposedly trying to convince. I say supposedly because, having looked at apologetics for more than 2 decades, I'm pretty confident by now that it's not a conversion tool, but a retention tool. It's meant to stem the tide of believers leaving the faith upon realizing for themselves that the world simply does not look the way it would look if God existed. Now, this is a very short video by Turek, so I'll go ahead and respond to a few more bits.
They don't want there to be a God. Why? Because they want to be God.
I very much don't want to be God. I have enough on my plate without that responsibility, even if I couldn't possibly do any worse than the guy who supposedly holds the job right now. But it doesn't matter how many times I point this out to Turek because it sounds good to his followers.
I go to a lot of college campuses, and I ask that question to atheists during the Q&A because they get a little aggressive during the Q&A. I say, hey, if Christianity were true, would you become a Christian? I've had atheists yell back at me, and they say, no!
Never miss a chance to perpetuate the angry atheist stereotype, am I right?
Mm-hmm. No! Wait! You claim to be an atheist, a beacon of reason. Never mind if atheism's true, reason doesn't exist, because again, we're just molecules in motion, but let's leave that aside.
No, let's not. It's time to call Turek and other apologists on the carpet about this canard. They need to prove that reason and other mental properties are impossible under physicalism. Actually, before that, they need to prove that non-theism entails physicalism, because a great many atheists, myself included, are not committed physicalists. I believe that there is possibly a substance other than matter and energy. I'm also an atheist, and there is no contradiction in that I can see. Again, not meeting this challenge won't stop Turek from repeating this canard, because it sounds good to his followers. It's a retention tool.
So the elephant in the room quite frequently isn't the evidence, it's morality.
I have a rule. If you supported the 45th President of the United States, even for pragmatic reasons, then you have forever lost the right to talk to me about morality. And on that note, we'll call it a day on this lightweight imposter of apologetics. Hey, if you like this video, do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. Both liking and subscribing are a great help to my channel, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm David John Wellman, and the rest is up to you.